Tonight, a big-time Big East matchup is currently underway. We bring you some quick previews.
Plus, a first goal in the gold and blue. Thank you for joining us. Golden Eagle Sports Report starts right now.
Slam! Done! Oh, that's a poster.
Live from the Jeannie Hayes Virtual Studio at Marquette University, this is Golden Eagle Sports Report.
Marquette gets the rebound, and the champions have gone down.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sophie Hanrahan.
And I'm Brian Wilson.
Tonight, Marquette women's volleyball takes on the 14th ranked Creighton Blue Jays at the Owl.
Golden Eagle Sports Report assistant producer Jake Dale and Marquette Wire assistant sports editor Raquel Ruiz bring us their pregame analysis before the Big East Brawl.
Hello and welcome into the Al McGuire Center. I'm Jake Dale here with Raquel Ruiz. Raquel, some Big East volleyball tonight as number 14 Creighton comes into the Al McGuire Center to play Marquette. They've been dominant in the last couple years in the Big East, including 3 straight wins against Marquette. How can Marquette flip the script and get a win tonight?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things Marquette's going to need to do is kind of anticipate where Creighton Center is going to be placing the ball, whether it's, outside, middle, or right, kind of staying ready for those blocks and just anticipating kind of what they're going to be bringing into this game. It's going to be a lot of fast-paced plays, so kind of being able to slow down those receptions for Marquette's back row is going to be critical.
Absolutely. Well, we've seen this Tom Mendoza team be a little volatile, right, for Marquette. We've seen them get big wins over teams like Florida, but we've also seen them fall to teams like Ball State. They've been good in Big East play so far, but this is obviously a massive test. How do they squeak out a win tonight?
I think Marquette's team has been playing really well together. They have a lot of good chemistry as a team. They're always talking. So I think it's kind of just that anticipation of what's going to be coming from that Creighton side, being ready for anything, especially in that back row. I've seen the ball kind of fall a couple inches short of their back row a couple of times, so I think just staying on their toes and just being ready for that is going to, like I said earlier, just slow down the pace.
You talked a little about the back row. Tell me a little more about the front row. Who can kind of make the difference for Marquette tonight?
I think the 2 biggest key players for Marquette are going to be Natalie Ring and Hattie Bray out of the middle. Isabella Haggard, their setter, has also been kind of just being able to read the court very well and sometimes set or dump those balls when necessary. So the 3 of them should probably be the key players to look out for.
A big game early in Big East play. What does this game mean for both teams?
I think Creighton being ranked right now, it kind of sends a message to the rest of the Big East teams that whoever comes out of this is really going to be top dog in the Big East. If Marquette can put up a set here, it really shows their competitiveness within the Big East.
You talked about getting a set. Do we have a set prediction? How do you think this game will go?
I think Creighton's going to come out on top with 3 sets, but I do think Marquette can get one in, so we'll see when that happens and if it happens, but yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Raquel. Again, for Jake Dale, Raquel Louise, back to you guys.
Thanks, Jake. The women's soccer team faced off against the St. John's Red Storm last night at Valley Fields. In the 6th minute, St. John's opened the scoring and took an early advantage.
Marquette equalized in the 22nd minute with a goal from Josie Bieda. After a potential handball, VAR confirmed the goal and Marquette officially levels the game.
10 minutes later, the Golden Eagles soared into the lead. Marquette takes the lead with a strike by Capri Oliviero, her first in the blue and gold.
3 minutes into the second half, Marquette added 1 more goal. First-year Claire Shea scoring her 2nd goal of the season to extend Marquette's lead by 2.
Marquette takes home the victory 3-1, their first win in Big East competition this season. The women's soccer team returns to the pitch on Saturday against DePaul at 1 p.m. at Valley Fields.
Following the match, head coach Chris Allen discussed the importance of Big East wins and the resiliency of his players.
Yeah, I think, more importantly than just kind of doing it at Valley, we need to go get our first Big East win of this season. And so I was really, really proud of the resiliency that we showed. Unfortunately, going down a goal, but it didn't change the mentality, didn't change the intensity level. And for Josie Bita to then go get it back off of set pieces and then 3 set-piece goals, just stayed with it, put them under. Really, really impressed and proud of our kids and their performance tonight.
Yeah, after being down from a goal, everybody kind of got hungry and we really needed to come back. This was a big game for us and we really needed to win. So I was kind of just at the right place, right time.
Kicking off more Marquette soccer is Saturday's matchup versus Seton Hall.
The Big East opener was also alumni night for the former Golden Eagle soccer players.
Well, Sophie, the Pirates waltz into town and pillage the good vibes early and often. The match's first goal comes in the form of Seton Hall fourth-year Aiden Tisney, heading a sneaky 34th minute goal to give the Pirates the early advantage. And the Pirates are relentless as fourth-year midfielder Hugo Gerbor slams a bottom corner goal in the 52nd minute.
A rough night at Valley Fields marks a difficult start of the year for Golden Eagle men's big soccer and Big East play. Better hope the Golden Eagles are better prepared against Musketeers and Pirates as men's soccer takes on Xavier on Friday for their second game in 2025 Big East play.
Family Weekend means a packed out, full of Marquette fans as the Golden Eagles take on the Yukon Huskies.
Both the Golden Eagles and Huskies go blow for blow to start the period.
Then Marquette starts to command a lead, but then
the Huskies claw back into it, tying things up at 16.
But then who else but Natalie Ring dominates and gets the first set within a match point.
The Marquette faithful are on their feet watching as Elena Radiff closes out the first set for the Golden Eagles.
The Huskies have no answer for Marquette in the second set as the Golden Eagles shine.
Marquette hits .452 and takes the second set 25-16.
The third set opens up and looks promisingly competitive.
Well, that's until the Huskies start to whimper out and accept their fate.
These Huskies must be scared of the brooms as Marquette sweeps UConn in 3 sets.
In the win, outside hitter Natalie Ring continues her dominance.
The senior records 15 kills and a block in the sweep.
Coming up next on Golden Eagle Sports Report, birds clash on the soccer field.
Plus, you don't want to miss our weekly award winners.
Stick around for all that and more after this quick break.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Swinging things back around to soccer, the MU women's soccer squad takes on the Creighton Blue Jays at Morrison Stadium in Omaha.
A swift attack from the Blue Jays poses a tall task for Marquette goalie Haley Wade.
But no task is too tall for the sophomore transfer as she makes a fantastic save and keeps the game at 0-0.
Something about that last name Wade and making fantastic plays in the blue and gold just makes sense.
Well, Wade's diving efforts don't go unnoticed as the Golden Eagles build some momentum of their own. Loyola transfer Jocelyn Lee gets crafty in the Blue Jays' nest as she notches her first goal as a Golden Eagle.
After the Golden Eagles take their early advantage, the Jays quick to answer with a goal of their own.
This one comes in the form of a penalty kick goal via graduate forward Adriana Mondrini.
A classic Big East second half is full of hard-nosed defense that keeps the game tied at 1.
For Marquette specifically, Wade continues to lead the way as her acrobatic stops save the day for Marquette.
A tie on the road may just give the Golden Eagles the confidence they need as Big East play continues at home for St. John's and DePaul.
After a string of tests to open the season, the Marquette women's volleyball team opens Big East play against the Providence Friars this past Friday.
In the first set, Marquette dominates Providence 25-10. A 9-0 run helps the Golden Eagles secure the set.
In the second frame, the Golden Eagles keep on rolling.
Marquette capitalizes on Providence's errors and is a big set for Elena Radiff and first-year Kiara Schmidt.
In the third set, it's an all-out battle between the Golden Eagles and the Friars.
After a deadlock for the first half of the set, the Golden Eagles pull away, winning the set 25-21.
Marquette takes the match in a shutout to start Big East competition.
Natalie Ring led the team with 11 kills. Elena Radiff and Kiara Schmidt followed with 8 and 7 kills respectively.
Marquette's next home game is against DePaul on Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Owl.
And now it's time for our weekly awards. Our team of the week is the women's soccer team, who came back from 1-0 down to beat St. John's 3-1. With clutch goals from Capri Oliveira and Claire Shea and solid performances to open Big East play, this team has been impressive. Our MVP of the week is graduate student Elena Radiff of the women's volleyball team. The right side hitter had a total of 18 kills in the past 2 games this past weekend, adding to her season total of 100 total. Our rising star of the week is Claire Shea of the women's soccer team. The first year netted a goal and was a constant playmaker both in the St. John's and Creighton games.
The women's basketball team is back in action with the annual Blue and Gold scrimmage. There's a lot to watch out for as head coach Kara Consuega leads Marquette in her second year. Coach Consuega brings her whole squad from last year back. The scrimmage takes place inside of the Owl at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow.
At Valley Fields, the men's soccer team duels with the Xavier Musketeers at 7 p.m. Xavier is coming off a loss versus Providence, is 3-2 on the year. The Musketeers are led by senior midfielder Cooper Forshulini, who has 9 goals so far.
The men's basketball team takes to the Owl on Saturday for their own Blue and Gold scrimmage. The legendary senior class of Cam Jones, David Joplin, and Stevie Mitchell are all gone. How does Shocker respond? Maybe you'll find out at 12 p.m. on Saturday.
The women's soccer team welcome over the Blue Demons from DePaul in a Big East match. The Blue Demons have a record of 3-7-1 after losing to Villanova.
Those pesky Blue Demons stay overnight for our matchup of the week. DePaul plays versus the volleyball team on Sunday at 3 p.m. inside the Owl. DePaul is coming off a sweep win versus Providence, improving their record to 9-4. First-year outside hitter Morgan Stewart leads the way for the Blue Demons with 148 kills on the year.
Finally, on Tuesday, the men's soccer team returns to Valley Fields to play UIC Flames on Tuesday. The Flames are 7-0-2 on the year and are headlined by midfielder Eduardo Nayas with 9 goals.
Coming up next, what rookies have made their mark? Plus, who is ready for October baseball? Stick around and find out after this quick break.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys. You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to load their minds. Dare to explore. Dare to STEM. Learn more at She Can STEM.
Hello and welcome back to Studio 7 as we discuss the mystery in Maryland and the MLB playoffs. I'm Mikey Severson, joined by Zach Pomainville and Brian Wilson. Let's jump right in. Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson suffered a hamstring injury in the team's loss to the Chiefs. This loss has raised a lot of questions among Ravens fans and media alike. Does this mean it's time to press the panic button in Baltimore?
Well, I'll start. I think, yeah, honestly. I think they might be cooked. I mean, they're allowing 33 points a game. They are the second worst in yards per game allowed. They have 4 sacks on the season, which is, again, the second worst in the league. I mean, I don't think they're playing well right now, and even though their offense is supposed to be the core of what brings them through it, it's not really been working. And Lamar being out 2 to 3 weeks, I mean, they could very well be 1-5 going into their bye, and then I don't see them winning. They have 5 divisional games, and they have Green Bay, and I don't see them making it out into the playoffs.
Well, everything you brought up had nothing to do with Lamar Jackson, had to do with the defense that has been an issue this entire season. I'm concerned with them, but it's not time to push the panic button in Baltimore. Their defense has been an issue.
If they're 1-5, it's time, though.
I mean, there's no panic in this kitchen right now. I got to be honest here. I mean, you're only quarterbacks out for a few weeks. Who do you have in this division? The Steelers, Aaron Rodgers? You're not like the Green Bay Packers where you have the Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions and the Bears on the uprise. I mean, you have a Joe Burrow-less Bengals team and then the Browns. I mean, who have they got? Dylan Gabriel, Shadur Sanders? I think Cooper Rush could be better than Shadur Sanders right now. What do you guys think?
I definitely think that Dylan Gabriel will be better than Cooper Rush because we haven't seen a lot from Dylan Gabriel, just like we saw from Jackson Dart this week. He shocked the Chargers. Sometimes these rookies, there's no tape on them, and they provide. Shadur, that's an issue. We don't know if he's going to start. He's not even talking to the media. He's like miming to the media because he doesn't like Dylan Gabriel as a starter. So that's a different issue. I don't think Shador's going to start all season long for Cleveland. But who knows? This is an opportunity for Cleveland. Go overseas. They already beat the Packers. You can go beat the Vikings. They have a really good defense. I like the point that you brought up with those other quarterbacks in that division. But we also saw a lot from Cooper Rush in his time in Dallas. So it's interesting to see kind of what happens there in Baltimore.
Here's my thing. In order for them to win the next 2 games, they play Houston, who is also 1-3 and begging for a win, and they have a good defense. And then you play the Rams, who are playing extremely well, right? Derrick Henry has 49 carries on the year and 248 yards rushing. Last year, through 4 games, he had 80 and 480 yards rushing. So what they're going to do and what they need to do in order to win, at least have a chance of winning the next 2 games, is give Derrick Henry the ball. And they haven't done that so far. I mean, obviously, his fumbles have been an issue at the end of the game. They probably should be at least 2-2 right now. But going forward, I mean, if they're to make an actual shot at anything, they need Derrick Henry to just go Superman mode like he did last year. And Shadur Sanders is kind of an interesting one. I just kind of would worry if Shadur was playing, he would definitely get an ego about it. Because if they were winning with him and then Lamar tries to come back in or something, it's all over. Because it's like Shador's just going to have a meltdown or something like that.
I mean, two different styles of quarterback you got there, but we're going to move on to some further football. 4 weeks into the NFL season, and some rookies have had a huge impact on their teams early. Which rookie has been the biggest difference maker so far in their short career? I'll start off with you, Brian. What do you think on this?
There's a couple guys I was thinking about. I was thinking about Emeka Egbuka, but I ultimately went with the guy who's making a huge difference in Indianapolis and is making Danny Dimes look like an MVP candidate under Shane Steichen's offense, and that is Tyler Warren. He's having a great season, 19 catches for over 230 yards, and he's making that difference, kind of being able to spread the offense with Michael Pittman, using Warren in the Dallas Goedert type of way that we saw Goddard being used when Steichen was the offense coordinator in Philadelphia. And I think it sets Indy up for success and has really kind of saved Daniel Jones' career in a way, because he looked terrible. He was relying on Saquon Barkley in New York. He got that big contract, and now he's playing like the contract he got with the Giants. So the biggest impact for me, I think, has to be Tyler Warren, just because of what India is able to do, and we really didn't know where that offense was going to go, unlike a guy where Emeka Egbuka that has plenty of weapons in their own right in Tampa Bay.
They have plenty of weapons, huh? Okay, let's see. Mike Evans is out. Chris Godwin just played 1 week last week, and he's still coming off a dislocated knee. And then Territo McMillan, who was a wide receiver 3 last year, is also injured until like week 8. And then basically all you got is Bucky Irving, who, guess what? He's also out this week. And then you got Tez Johnson, who's 5'7", and I mean he was a great player in Oregon, but there's no wide receivers. Emeka Egbuka is the best rookie right now. I mean, he's taken over as a wide receiver 1, and he's called his number on the game-winning touchdown of week 1, and that was his second touchdown in the game. I mean, that kid's unbelievable. You can't say it's not him. I mean, there's no way Daniel Jones is an MVP candidate. If anyone's an MVP candidate on that team, it's Jonathan Taylor.
When you look at Tampa, they'd have had to come back against the Jets. They'd have had to come back late against the Falcons. They've had to come back late in every single game. And if it weren't for Philly throwing for 0, and I mean 0 passing yards in that second half, then they were going to get blown out of the water. And then I think Seattle's going to beat them this week. When it comes to Tampa Bay, you need all those weapons. Guess what? Those are better than half the weapons of every single team in the National Football League.
Not the Colts, though. The Colts have Michael Pittman. They have Josh Downs.
You're only saying that because I brought Tyler Warren. Let's be honest.
Tyler Warren. I mean, let's be honest. I think, was it last week or something? Someone was talking about how the Colts probably have the best offensive trio or offensive weapons in the league right now, just because of how productive they've been. Not based on who they are and how they've been historically, but based on this year. I mean, the Colts offense has been completely unlocked by Daniel Jones, and credit to him for taking Shane Steichen's system. But let's not say that Daniel Jones, because he has all these weapons, he's actually going to be an MVP candidate. Sam Darnold was unbelievable last year, and he had amazing weapons. He wasn't an MVP candidate.
Well, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are totally different players than anything Indy has. Mikey, when it comes to those different offenses, how can you say Tampa is less weapons than Indy?
I mean, I feel like Mike Evans, heck of a player, offensive-wise. I mean, but Indy, I feel like, has overall more weapons. I mean, Tyler Warren, great pick in the draft there by Chris Ballard. I mean, that's a great value there, 12th pick in the draft to compliment Jonathan Taylor there. Credit to Shane Steichen and the coaching staff. But let's go back to Daniel Jones' old team, the New York Giants. That's overall my pick for best rookie. Cam Scatterbo, shades of an old-school running back, and also using him in the passing game. Heck of a player. I mean, Jackson Dart looked good in the first week of play, but I would say that Scatterbo has been heck of a weapon ever since coming out of Arizona State and that impeccable college football playoff run.
Great college football run by Arizona State.
All right, October's here, and that means playoff season for baseball. There's a ton of parity in the MLB right now. Right now, who do you think got you guys have come out on top or making a surprise run?
Okay, I just need to say this. How can you say the Colts have worse weapons than the Bucks, whose top 3 of their top 4 receivers are injured? Okay, that's all I'll say. But
okay, let's get back to baseball here. Let's stay on the diamond.
Yeah, keep him in check, Mikey.
Oh my God.
For baseball, I'm going to go with the Phillies, who I think is going to win the World Series. I think top to bottom, they're one of the best teams in baseball. They have a tough matchup with the Dodgers. As we found out last night, the Dodgers beat the Reds in 2 games. They're going to be moving on to play Philly. I really like Philadelphia. Kyle Schwarber should win the MVP. MLB's going to give it to Shohei Ohtani.
No.
We know how that's going to work. But then a couple of teams I'm kind of looking out for is the Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees. They play tonight in Game 3 in the Bronx. Winner goes to play the Toronto Blue Jays. I think Toronto is not a great baseball team. Like, they're good enough, obviously, to make the playoffs, but I don't think they're a team that you can say is going to go to the World Series. And I think whoever wins tonight will go to the ALCS and play Seattle. And I think the Cubs, who beat the Padres today, are going to beat the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee in 3 games.
I support this take wholeheartedly. Go Cubs.
Oh my God. You know what? If someone watches it down the street, they're really going to give you a bad yell. I got to say, it's honestly the Dodgers. I don't think the Phillies are going to make it that well. I mean, obviously their team has been unbelievable for a long time, but the Dodgers are also just coming off a World Series, right? They led the whole league in strikeouts.
That's last year. This is a new season. Like, it doesn't matter. Last year was last year, and the Phillies have a better pitching staff than anyone really that the Dodgers went through. And the Yankees were lucky to get one against the Dodgers last year, but this is a totally different team that hasn't produced.
They also haven't faced hitters like the Dodgers have. I mean, you got Freddie Freeman, you got Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, obviously. I mean, I don't know. I think this is gonna be a great series. There's no way that it's gonna be a quick one. I mean, I don't know about the Cubs 3-0. That might be a little wild take, but honestly, the most surprising one for me though was probably the Detroit Tigers. I mean, they were 2-10 in their last 12 games, including losing 5 of 6 to the Guardians. So I mean, their run coming back and winning a playoff series against them was kind of unbelievable, even though they started off the season like the top team and they just completely fell off. But it's hard to see.
In terms of great series, I'm thinking about that Cubs-Brewers series in Milwaukee a bit for those couple games, then maybe going back to Wrigley there. I think that could be an impeccable series. Cubs took 3 out of 5 on the Brewers back in July. I mean, that could provide some real intrigue. And the Brewers' best record in the franchise history, 97 wins. I mean, that's the makings of a killer playoff series, especially in the divisional. I mean, that's probably
but not 3-0. Not 3-0 Cubs. There's no way.
Brewers are definitely going to get a game. I'm with you there, Zach.
I think we got to talk about that series a little bit because the pitching has been like an injury issue for Milwaukee down the stretch. Freddie Peralta's healthy. It looks like Jose Quintana will be back for this playoff series. Brandon Woodruff probably, if they made the championship series, could be back. Jacob Mizorowski, who was a really great player. People were comparing to Paul Skeens. It got moved to the bullpen. Really looks like he's reached his innings limit. And I don't know about you, Mikey. If the Brewers can't take both games in Milwaukee, is it a must-win in Game 2? Like, how do you think this is? How long has it been since they've had a playoff game in Wrigley, a home playoff game? Like, how is that atmosphere going to be as someone from that area? Like, what do you think the Brewers are going against there?
I think they're going against like a lot of passionate fans for sure, different kind of passion than the Brew Crew fans provide, just being like Chicago, just a larger metropolitan area that are going to come out and support the team overall. But Cubs haven't had a home playoff game in a while. Brewers are going to have their own passion. I mean, they haven't won a playoff game in a couple of years, despite wild card exits. I think that's going to fire up the Brewers to at least take a game at AmFam Field. I mean, third time has got to be the charm for the best team in franchise, for the best season in franchise history.
For all the people watching who have Brewers season tickets, do not sell them to Cubs fans. Please.
Thank you guys for the great discussion. Sadly, we're out of time. Tune in next week for all of our coverage of Marquette sports and more. I'm Mikey Severson. Have a fantastic night, Marquette. Man, that was good.
That was good.